This is one of the most rage-inducing episodes of Raw I have ever seen. Guys, this is most likely going to be a rant more than a review. I'm Boss6, back to another video, and today I'm reviewing Raw, guys. I've never been so pissed off on an episode of Raw in my life. I can't remember the last time I got this pissed off on a Raw episode. And by the way, there's going to be quite a few language going on because, guys, this was so infuriating. Now, a couple weeks ago, the ending of Raw did make me mad. That was the ending. That wasn't the whole show. This is one of the most atrocious failed abortions I've ever seen on WWE television. Seriously, I've never seen something this bad. Now, there were a couple okay things. There was one particular match I thought was very, very good. I fairly enjoyed. The vast majority of it was so obnoxious and makes me want to frickin' turn off the television. I about frickin' fell asleep a couple times. I zoned out most of the show. There's one particular thing I'm going to talk about. And I've never been so infuriated in my life. Never been so infuriated in my life. What did you guys think of this show? Let me know down in the comment section below. Anyways, the Raw after Hell in a Cell, we're on our way to Money in the Bank. Because we have to shoehorn everything. Shoehorn it in there. Have fun on seeing that. There's 5 Money in the Bank qualifying matches. And I'll get to them in a little bit. Lashley MVP and with the women. I swear one of them could have lifted the goddamn ring if they wanted to. That's not a knock. That's how strong she looks. Talking about how they won... the defeated McIntyre with the most dreaded roll-up in all of professional wrestling. I swear, okay, the Lashley McIntyre match was fine, and then after all the hell they put themselves through, they went through tables, they went through chairs, they went through the entire arena if they wanted to, and then they tried to roll up 1, 2, 3 to end the match, and Lashley retained. Good job booking there, Vince. New Day show up. And Kofi's talking about, you know, I beat you for the title. Or not beat him for the title. I beat you, but I never got my one-on-one match. I won a one-on-one match at Money in the Bank. Okay, the cell is still there. Gee, I wonder why. I'm trying not to scream, by the way, because my parents are asleep. And guys, I'm not making any promises. I might go full-blown Brontosaurus T-Rex mode on this bitch. So... Lashley wants Xavier Woods. And he's talking about how people like Kofi don't become champion. People like you don't become champion. Triple H versus Booker T circa 2003. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget about that because that was a bull. And then Woods wants it in a Hell in a Cell match. We're going to get Kofi Kingston versus Lashley at Money in the Bank, and then Lashley's going to face Woods in Hell in a Cell. Way to overproduce your product, Vince. I can't say that word, but I can say a lot of other words. Okay. We're starting off the rails a little bit here. Can we pick it back up? Almost and Styles are backstage earlier, and the Viking Raiders show up. The answer to that question is no. They talk about how after Styles is going to beat Ricochet and become Mr. Money and Bank and win the WWE title, he'll be doing that while beating the Viking Raiders and all that stuff. This segment went on for way too long. This should have been at least a minute, and this felt like it went on for 5. And then Styles, smacks the turkey leg out of Ivar's hand, and Ivar gets pissed about that. Okay, are we having a turkey leg on a pole match? Vince Russo has struck again. Okay, Styles vs. Ricochet, qualifying match. It was fine. We've seen this 100 times. Viking Raiders come down. Styles about to hit the phenomenal forearm. And then the Raiders come down and almost takes care of them, but then he goes through the barricade. And then he kind of no-sells it. Styles goes for the phenomenal forearm, and then the recoil 1, 2, 3, and Ricochet goes to Money to Bank. Cool. Where did the whole thing with Humberto Carrillo and Sheamus went? No one knows because nobody cares. Okay. Brace yourselves, folks. I might be going full on Super Saiyan mode with this, and I'm not going to hold back. Piper Niven, which is her name, by the way, Piper Niven, and even Maria backstage. Earlier, they showed a graphics card saying Eva Marie and her partner never acknowledged who she was, never acknowledged her, just her partner. There were rumors going around that Piper Niven's name, this was rumors, that Piper Niven's name was going to be called Dewdrop. And then my good buddy Matt told me they made it official. And I thought to myself, I swear, if they say it on television, what they do, Piper tries to tell her name, and Eva Marie says, your name is Dewdrop. You know what? I'm just gonna grab some paper. Don't mind me, folks. Don't mind me. Okay. First of all, this is bullshit. Bullshit. For one reason, you're going to fat shame someone that you have the same woman in Nia Jax, and yet you know, feature her more because she's Dwayne's cousin, but you fat shame someone because they're more talented and more charismatic than Nia Jax would ever be. Piper Niven is one of the most beautiful and giftedly talented women. Big women. She's very influential to big women. Hell, I even go to say she's one of the best big women I've ever seen. She's literally on nearly the same level as Aja Kong, Awesome Kong, and Bull Nakano. Seriously, this woman could do 450s if she wanted to. That would be impressive to see. She's hit Canadian Destroyers. She can act like a big bulldozer that just rams roughshod over people and still be relevant. If you're going to be calling her a name that, you know, shames people her size and her stature, then you deserve to go to hell for all I care. Go piss up a rope, as Jim Cornette would say. This is embarrassing. Piper Niven's buried. I don't like saying that term. She's buried. Send her home. I don't care. Send her home. That is bull. That is retarded. That is atrocious. What the hell? This has to be Vince, Kevin Dunn, maybe John Laurinaitis. Probably Kevin Dunn because, you know, Piper wouldn't be interested in Bucky Beaver Teeth. We're gonna call you Dewdrop. I don't really do as good as an impression as Percy Pringle, aka Paul Bearer or Jim Cornette, but you get what I'm saying. What in God's name, WWE, you're going to do this to Piper? You're going to do this to Piper. Oh, well, it's going to be a revenge storyline. You know, Piper's going to get picked on and all that stuff. Guess what? They tried that shit with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss back in 2018, and that didn't work either. This is terrible. This is an abomination like any other, and whoever did this deserves to be slapped in the face with a mace. And no, not the wrestler Mace, aka Dio Madden, which is his name, by the way. This is a low point in Piper's career, and she suffered Bell's palsy not too long ago. Are you shitting me? If this is a way to make her quit wrestling, good job, Vince. Round of applause, you old sack of shit. Jesus H. Christ on the cross. This is terrible. If you guys somehow enjoy that name, first of all, you are horrible people. And second of all, you guys don't know how to treat women respectfully. And you're probably saying to yourself, whoa, she's a big woman. That's why you're defending her. No, I'm not saying that because she's a big woman. I'm saying that because no woman should be called that. That is retarded. Seriously, that is idiotic. I really hope Piper gets something out of this. I highly doubt it. Because it didn't work with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss 4 years ago. It's sure as hell not going to work here. So this is whoever did this. This is what you deserve, jackass. I'm going to run by this quickly. Naomi and Asuka versus Piper Niven, which I'm calling her that, by the way, because that's her goddamn name, and Eva Marie. It's a qualifying match. Naomi and Asuka win. It was mainly a 2-on-1 match. And Niven just ran roughshod over him. If you just make Niven like a big Van Vader, or a big Van Viper, if you will, back in her, I think her indie days or when she was in Stardom, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with building a monster heel. You're doing this bullshit with her, and it's making her seem irrelevant. Kiss my ass, WWE. Good Lord. And then Eva Marie gets pinned 1, 2, 3. Roll up inside cradle 1, 2, 3. I don't know anymore. I seriously don't know. I screamed. I screamed bloody murder, not scream bloody gore. Oh my god. I about shut off the television after this. This was atrocious. Whoever decided to make up that name, seriously, you just go to hell. Just go to hell. Anyways, recap of Rhea and Flair from Hell in a Cell, because that ending was an abomination like any other. And yeah, maybe repeating my words, I don't care. This episode was shite. Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce backstage. Sonya looking great as always. And then they're in the ring, and then Ripley comes down, and then Flair shows up. They're having a rematch of Money to Bank. Cool, just put the title on Charlotte and just let Rhea be buried and bury the entire women's division, because that's where this women's division is going to be if Charlotte continues to get more title opportunities. Seriously. My god, this episode just made me very angry. So, Tamina and Natalya are doing a photo shoot, and Mandy and Dana, they're training, and there's a little scuffle that happened. I don't care about this. Moving on. Morrison versus Orton, a qualifying match. Miz is on commentary. Look, we've seen this match all the way back in 2011, 2010, wherever. We don't need to see this match in 2021. We don't. Miz is shouting on commentary. It gets obnoxious. Morrison is still great, but he's just due to a comedy act. Orton's trying, but he could have cared less. Miz uses the wet dripstick all over Orton's Viper. Have fun on seeing that. Riddle comes down. They do a goofy chase where Miz is trying to run away on a scooter, and Riddle's going as slow as possible. It was actually kind of funny, I will admit. And then Orton gets guillotined on the ropes. Starship Pain 1, 2, 3, and Morrison goes on to Money in the Bank. Cool. Don't care. Orton looked pissed. We're gonna recap with the whole Shayna and Alexa nonsense. Cool. More stuff that I can rage about. Shayna and Nia are backstage with Reggie and talking about what's been going on. Oh, yeah. Titus wins an award, like the Muhammad Ali Humanitarian, like 2021 Humanitarian, you know, he did a good thing. And look, Titus in the ring was meh. He wasn't going to be a main event or anything. But outside the ring, great guy. He's focused more on his charity work, and I don't know if he's going to be back in the ring. If he's focused more on his charity work, good for Titus and supporting causes all around the world. Very, very good man. Even though he'll most likely be remembered for kissing his son on the lips at Money in the Bank 5 years ago, but I digress. Don't act like your parents haven't done that either. Anyways, Nikki Cross is backstage. What in Super Eric hell was she wearing? Did Super Eric from 2008 era of TNA just inspired her? Seriously, what was this? Shayna and Nia versus Alexa and Cross. Winners advance. It's a qualifying match. Hypnotizing bullshit. That's literally all that was. And inside cradle 1, 2, 3. Bliss and crosswind. Cool, didn't see that coming. Sarcasm. Oh my lord. Drew backstage. Drew's back did look beat up, and he says, "I don't care how beaten up and battered and scarred I am. I'm still gonna fight every week." Which, good on Drew for doing that, because that looked very bad. Not as bad as what Dominic Mysterio suffered last year at the hands of Seth Rollins and Murphy with the candlestick shots, because oh god, but still that did look pretty bad. Then Mahal, Jinder Mahal, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, and Cedric Alexander backstage, and they're mad that they didn't get a qualifying match. And I'm guessing there's going to be a fatal 4-way down the line. I don't know. I tuned out. I literally zoned out. And Mahal said something that I didn't know. Lord. We're about done. Drew versus Riddle, qualifying match. This was actually a very good match. I fairly enjoyed this match. Good stuff back and forth. Orton showed up on the stage. Good stuff. There was a brutal, backbreaker. Riddle looked like he landed on his neck a couple times, which Riddle's creepy, and I don't really care about him, but damn, that looked brutal. Drew's, the sky's the limit for the man. He's such a goddamn athlete. Such a natural on the mic as well. Great stuff back and forth. Floating bro. Drew going for the Claymore. Glasgow kiss. But in the end, jackknife cover 1, 2, 3, but it looked like Drew kicked out at the very last minute. But Riddle won. Orton was upset at him because he kind of cost his match earlier. So we're probably going to get a breakup between RK Bro. And then we get a recap of Elias and Riker for reasons. They're having a strap match next week. Cool. 2 men in a strapping match. Have fun on seeing that. And Riker's strapping himself. Gross. And then Mansoor shows up. Man, Riker would have loved to be strapping a Pakistani. If you know, you know. He's talking about advice, and Riker says something I didn't really know, and I didn't care because it's Jackson Riker. And then Ali's there. He's talking about how him and Mansoor didn't get, an opportunity. I don't know where this is going, because it looks like it's going nowhere, but to be fair, that's been WWE with their storylines for months, hell, and probably even decades at this point. Woods vs. Lashley, Hell in a Cell. Well, it was a little bit better than Mysterio versus Roman, because at least there was a little more action going on, and it wasn't as boring. Like, there was some good stuff. It's just, why are you overproducing the gimmick? Seriously, it's like WCW 2000. So, we get a chair punch. We get some fine stuff. Elbow drop through the table. Spear and then the hurt lock. And that's it. Woods taps out, but he keeps putting it on Woods. And Kofi saying, let him go. Fade to black. And there you go. That's your show, folks. And this is what the show gets for the whole Dewdrop situation. And the fact that this show was albatross of horrendous wrestling programming. So, that's how I think about that show. What did you guys think about this show? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm also on Base 6. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tap the bell for more notifications. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. I'm probably going to go to sleep. Peace out.